All right, hello everybody. We had a really short warm-up this morning. I was a little late to my desk. Hey, the Vision X is here. Good morning to you. So normally we have like 10 minutes for people to kind of show up and stuff, but we're just going to jump right into things today, to steal a DeFranco phrase. We'll see if a couple more people show up. We'll give a couple minutes. So how are you doing, Vision X? Hey, Necrobomicon, welcome. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about some news and stuff. Well, I guess I should introduce myself. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Alex. I work with the Sandbox as an artist and kind of a community and artist manager. Hi, Pepe. Welcome. Oh, wow, the Vision X has been busy with doing support on Telegram and Discord. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have questions about the Binance announcement. We're actually going to talk about that real quickly. Hi, Jason. Hi, Mika. Hi, Giuseppe. I hope I'm saying that right. Hi, Jam. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you wherever you're from. So, yeah, the Sandbox pre-sale, I think we talked about this a little bit last time. It sold out on August 4th, which was, what day was that? That was a Tuesday. So it was before my last stream, but not before last Saturday's stream. Oh, I'm sorry, Giuseppe. I'm guessing you probably speak Italian based on your name. I think that's a safe bet. I'm sorry, I don't speak any Italian except for a couple words here and there. But we'll be looking at some cool stuff that you can watch, even if you don't speak Italian. We'll cover the news real quickly, and then we'll jump into the game maker, and you can see how things go. Actually, speaking of Italian stuff, if you go to let's see, I believe it's tinyurl.com/VoxEdit. We're going to have Italian translations on my tutorial videos really soon. So they're not active yet. I'm going to go and activate them later today. But these 5 videos here are tutorials for the VoxEdit art software that we use, and I just shared a link to that playlist in the chat. Hi, Liblius. Hi, Ukraine, from the Ukraine. Hi, Mark. Welcome, everybody. So yeah, we do have Spanish subtitles available on these videos already, these 5 ones with the blue icons. So if you're interested in learning how to use our art software, we have subtitles in English and Spanish, and then pretty soon we'll have them in Italian also. I have to go and turn on the Italian subtitles. So they were just submitted by one of our artists, one of our Italian artists in the Creator Fund. So we will have Italian subtitles soon on those. So hopefully that'll help some people out. So yeah, the Sandbox Land Presale 4 sold out really fast. Had those new premium lands, some cool stuff going on there. I don't believe the next presale has been announced yet. Let me see. I don't think there's a date for the next one. Not yet. So keep an eye out on the Sandbox Twitter or the Sandbox Medium. You will hear when the next presale is launched. Also, the Sandbox, as Vision X mentioned, the pre-sale or the launch IEO for the Sand token of Ethereum was announced for Binance, and that will be August 13th, I want to say. Yes, August 13th. So there are some restrictions on that. I believe if you're in Australia or the United States, you won't be able to participate because the United States and Australia are not very friendly with Binance's IEO platform. So I don't know what you'll be able to do. Maybe the Vision X can explain a little bit of that. What you sharing there, Vision X? Something from Binance. This is the Binance details on that. So you can see that there's limitations here. If you're in Australia, Belarus, Democratic Republic of Congo, Cuba, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, Sudan, Syria, United States of America and its territories, American Samoa, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, or Zimbabwe, you cannot participate. I think that's just the regulatory organizations in the U.S. and Australia are they don't like Binance very much. I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but let's see. Ukraine asks how many land. So Ukraine, I'm not sure exactly on your question about that. Let me go back here. So for the land sale, yes, Vision X pointed out there's 464 land total. That's total on the map entirely, the entire amount of the map. So that's not what is in the pre-sale. Excuse me. The Red Bull in the mornings barking back at me. Wasn't enough time to make a pot of coffee. That's the total amount of land. There's less land than that in the pre-sale. So this whole area here was 4,536 land. And I think the size of the rest of them was announced in this article. So you can, just so you know how big the next pre-sale is. Let's see. Where to go? Maybe that wasn't it. I thought there was an article that had more information about the pre-sale for... Maybe that was it? Yeah, I think this is it here. Yes, water. I did already drink some water this morning. I did have a nice big glass of water. Hi, Clankersh, and hi, Chosen Champ. I did see you in there. I was distracted by conversations here. So let's see. There's the 4,536 lands for sale. But does it talk about... Is that total? Or I thought that was just on the first... That might just be the first batch. So I don't know if all of the amounts have been mentioned, because there's going to be more further south here on the map. So I'm not sure on the size of the other ones. Hi, VoxEdit. Welcome. Let's check the forum real quick. I don't think that the next pre-sale, wow. I don't think the next contest has been announced yet. Let me double check. It is not. It still says open. I need to bug Nick about that because it's closed now. So next contest should be announced sometime next week. And then, so you can check out that link that the Vision X shared in the chat to learn more about the Binance IEO and how you can get involved. Sorry if you're from Australia or the United States. We probably don't have too many viewers in those other countries listed. We will not be able to participate in the IEO part, but there's going to be lots of other ways to participate in Sand. There's going to be lots of giveaways and contests. You'll be able to earn it through the game. You'll be able to buy it through Binance later, and through I think you should be able to buy it through Binance. You'll definitely be able to buy it from the Sandbox website, and you'll be able to trade Ethereum for it on various exchanges. So there's going to be lots of ways to get Sand. Those of us in the US and Australia won't be able to jump in on the IEO. Let's see. We're going to leave that up in the background for now. Oh, and this was the article that the VisionX shared. So, some exciting stuff going on there. Hi, CynthyCent. Welcome back. VoxEdit said, hey, I'm just opened a Facebook game channel. Oh, great. Well, I'm excited to see some Sandbox content streamed from VoxEdit. So go ahead and check that out later. Make sure you share that with our social media section or influencer section on the Discord, so people know when you're streaming. The VisionX says the Binance release for Sand will be available after the IEO with the following pairs: Bitcoin Sand, Ethereum Sand, US dollar token Sand. That is what USDT stands for, right? Is there a difference between USDT and USDC? Because I know there's US dollar coin. I haven't heard of USDT before, but I'm a little bit of a crypto noob. It is not an ERC20 token. Okay. I understand those are words. that's where I'm a crypto noob. Like I know ERC20 tokens are a thing, and I know that we use them in the Sandbox, but what those specs mean is a little over my head, because I'm very much an artist and a game designer, not at all a crypto expert. Two different stable coins. Oh, stable coins, I think. Yeah, stable coin, because they have a flat value compared with the fiat US dollar. Yeah, I understood that part of the USDC. I just hadn't heard of USDT before. Let's open up Fantasy Grassland in the Game Maker. Oh, other thing. I don't remember if I mentioned this on last Saturday's stream or not. If you are whitelisted for the Game Maker, 0.2 is now available for download from the website. So if you go to the Play tab right here, and you're whitelisted, and you go to download Game Maker, it is now alpha 0.2. So that is available for everybody who is on the Game Maker whitelist, which is a growing number every week. And I'm not sure. I think I heard August. I'm not sure how soon it's going to be publicly released for everybody, but I think the plan is later this month. ERC20 just means that the USDC can go into your Ethereum compatible wallet software like MetaMask or Brave Browser Wallet. Okay, so they're basically the same thing, just ERC20 means that it's Ethereum compatible and can be stored in that format. Kind of like physical coins are easier to put in a piggy bank than dollar bills, although you can fold them up, but then they're kind of hard to get out. Except more like technically restricted in reality. So let's see. Different companies supply different stable coins. Interesting. I forgot we still have our Solar City up in the air here. So because we're in 0.2 now, we can start adding quests, and I mean like real quests, which is a cool advancement to everything. I have a feeling, did we save it with the music? Because I'm pretty sure we put music on one of these. I don't think we saved it with the music. Ah, thank you. yeah, the medium answers a lot of the questions about tokens in general, but specifically how they tie into the sandbox. All right, so let's it's been a little while since we visited Wizzy. Also, I don't think it's too early to say this. I'm in talks with getting Wizzy minted as an NFT. So the plan, I might do some modifications on Wizzy. I feel like I can add some more texture to his clothes, some different shades of blue to kind of bring out folds in the clothing. So I may do a little bit to enhance the look of Wizzy, and then he will be minted as an asset, and we're gonna make him probably either epic or legendary level if we can do that. So it'll be a limited quantity. I believe the limit for legendary right now is something like 200 copies, and I'm going to make him a stream exclusive asset. So the only way that you'll be able to get it firsthand is by watching the stream, which reminds me I have to start the giveaway. So we'll do the giveaways on stream and release him into the wild. And I'm going to make it so that way it is one per person. So I'm going to save whoever wins him, and you only get one chance, not one chance, but you only can win him once because I'll keep releases in a list. So we only give it out one per person. So he will be super rare and super valuable. So if you feel like you don't need him and you want to put him up for sale or trade him, he'll be a much higher value because basically nobody's going to have a bunch of them except for me, and I'll be distributing him only through the stream and a couple other events. So I promised everybody who participated in the Sandland chain maker, where we built that one land together, I said everybody is going to get a copy of him. So that there will be a couple other ways that you'll be able to do it. So we'll do it through like some contests or giveaways, but for the most part, he will just be stream exclusive to the giveaways and make him very valuable, I hope. Any thoughts on the transportation system? I'm excited for the way it's going to work. I think the people who came up with the idea and are implementing it were good at listening to what people were asking for in the community. And I think their solution is both fair and will make things work well. So if any of you aren't aware, the transportation system is mentioned on Medium. It was one of these. Here we go. Let's go back to the Sandbox, and I'll share the link to the transportation system. Oh, somebody already did that. I've got a helper in the chat here today. Is jumping on these links faster than me. So the transportation system, if you haven't looked at that article before, you can check that out at the link. But basically, you can get to the edge of a map. So you've got, I don't actually know which way north, east, and south is on this map right now, but we'll just say north is top, south's bottom, east is the side, west is the side. You get to the edge of the map, and it will let you pass over to the next map. But when you get to the next map, it will spawn you at the spawn point that is declared by the map's creator. So you're not just jumping in on the edge of their map, wherever that happens to be in their level. You will spawn in the place that they intend. Wow, losing my voice already. You'll spawn in the place that they intend, so that way you can complete their level in a way that makes sense and that they can kind of control as a game designer. But it will let you jump land to land by hitting the edges, and then there will be specific portals to take you further distances. So it'll allow much more organic travel through the map and allow a lot more people to be discovered, and it will also make those portal points desirable and more valuable. So I think that's a good balance of things. I wonder who the secret helper is. I have a feeling it's Gorilla Jacket. I can't say 100%. It's usually, you might see Gorilla Jacket pop in the chat sometimes as Gorilla Jacket, but Gorilla Jacket's usually my helper. I'm not always sure if he's going to be around on Saturdays. So I bet it's Amy. It could be Amy. Amy is very helpful too. I don't know that Amy is usually watching the streams though. I'm not sure. Mystery link person, reveal yourself. The people want to know. Let's see. Ukraine asks, what is the area of this land plot approximately, so that I understand the scale? I can tell you exactly what it is. It is 96 by 96 by 128. So we're looking at 96 on the sides and then 128 vertical. And that is the size of one land. I don't usually, for streaming, I don't usually go more than one land because my computer is a few years old now, and it was what you'd call a mid-tier gaming PC back when I got it. So it's only got an FX 6300, which is 6-core processor, but it's a little bit slower than, it's a lot slower than something compared to like a Ryzen Threadripper or anything like that. And I've got a GTX 1050 Ti, which is a passable graphics card. You know, everything looks nice, but if I start trying to do a 2x2 land, I tried doing a 4 land, a 2x2, and my computer wasn't even streaming and I didn't like it. So that's my hardware being a little bit behind the times, plus that's kind of like bleeding edge for the game, so a lot of things haven't been optimized for that yet. So you will see a lot of optimizations and improvements to how things load, level of detail in the distance, and kind of the way Minecraft will chunk things. So yes, thank you for clarifying meters there, VisionX. I didn't say meters. So yeah, it is meters, 96 by 96 by 128. Natakutaishi, I think, if it's Japanese. It's there's a lot of different ways to get land. So if you don't have land already, you can get it from OpenSea right now, where people are selling it secondhand. So they had bought it at a pre-sale, or they won it, or however they got it, and they're selling it on OpenSea or other trading platforms. So you can get it that way. There is another pre-sale coming up in the next month, I believe. So you can check that out when it's announced and get involved with that. Those do go very fast, so you got to be real quick on the draw. There are also ways to win it. So I mentioned earlier on the forum, if you go to forum.sandbox.game, there's our VoxEdit contests. So you can win land by being one of the top 3 places in the design contest for VoxEdit. So there's lots of possibilities there. And yeah, and actually we do give away land on this stream if we get over 100 viewers. So far that's only happened once. So make sure you tune in whenever you can. We stream twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if we get over 100 viewers across all platforms, so right now I see we've got 31 viewers. If we get over 100 across everything, then we do a land giveaway. And I believe that link that the Restream account just shared was, I believe that link is for sales, secondhand sales of land. So, yeah. Now, right now you do need land to, or be in one of our programs to get whitelisted for using the Game Maker, but once the Game Maker is available, anybody will be able to try it out, even if they don't have land. You just won't be able to publish to the metaverse. You won't be on the map for people to play your experience easily from the map. You won't have multiplayer. you won't be able to monetize really the same ways. So there's lots of advantages to having land, but if you just want to play in the game maker, you don't actually have to buy anything, or at least you won't once the full release happens. So I hope you win one on this stream too. I hope we get back up to 100 viewers again, because that was an exciting time, and we got to give away a land. So let's hope that happens again. So yes, thank you, Clankers, for reminding me. My ADD is a little, or my ADHD is a little twitchy this morning. So I just activated the giveaway. You do need to be on twitch.tv/the Sandbox game. You have to be on that channel to join the giveaway. Thank you, Clankers. I would have totally kept on going on without that. And then you type !fountain in the chat, and we'll be giving away one of these sand fountains here. So you can see it actually does loop correctly on the preview. It's just when we place it, it loops once and then it stops. So I've shown ways to fix that before, but hopefully we'll have, maybe in the next version, we'll get the ability back to control the looping on the animation. It'll definitely come back at some point, so that it stopping like that won't be an issue. Yes, Synthescent is not participating. Synthescent has won a whole bunch of fountains, but Synthescent's been very cool and has used them for giveaways and promotions for the stream and for my social media and for the Sandbox in general. So Synthescent's been very generous to do giveaways with that NFT. So we're cool with Synthescent, even though Synthescent has an uncanny ability to win these giveaways. Alrighty, so back to the game maker. Let's set up a rule for the quest. So we can start off by welcoming the player, and we'll do a world-centered preview of the map. Let's see. Image welcoming we can't use yet. It's there, but there's no actual way to set it. So we've got camera welcoming. Let's change the description. So we'll adventure across the Mystic Plains and save Wizzy's cat squirrel. Squirrel's 2 R's, right? 1 R? I think it's 1 R. It doesn't look right for me for some reason. Extra luck to Necrobomicon? Wait, what did Necrobomicon say? Is it just that Necrobomicon hasn't won one yet? It is 2 R's? I thought it looked wrong. Okay. Alright. I've always said spelling has never been something I've been great at. I rely heavily on autocorrect and spell check. But I can spot a pixel that's out of place from like a mile away. So, and definitely like super observant of like artistic things, but spelling is not my strong point. Let's see. So objectives. Let's rescue Wizzy's pet. You cheated with Google. Okay. I won't feel too bad about it. Let's see. Pet problem. I like alliterations and rhymes. Probably because I'm a very punny dad. So that's going to be the title of our quest, and we'll see how that all shows up on the screen. He's a Planet Rift artist, got to help a brother out. Let's see, objective description. So, message to launch. I was not paying close enough attention. So message to launch means that this is what activates the quest. So call it quest 1. So when this message is used, it will activate our objective. And we're going to wait for message. And I'm going to double check. I don't remember what the message was when we gave this squirrel back. We did save it, right? Message to send is cat. And I think the fireplace. Message to send there is fire. I'm trying to remember how we set it up. Message sends fire with a short delay, and I believe that sends the cat message. Yep. So when it sees fire, it sends cat, and that changes what Wizzy says when he gets that. So we can say cat message and at this point we can end the game, or we could have it send another message. So we will say wait input then end game, or we can just end game automatically. So I think wait input then end game means if we hit the enter key, it'll end. There's stuff going on in the chat. If you guys are NFT enthusiasts, we do NFT live every Thursday. Oh, cool. Thank you for covering the Sandbox. Make sure to share that on our Discord. There's a specific channel where I don't know what I did with my phone. I think it's in the other room. I was gonna look up the name of the channel. There's one, I think it's called Social Media, or is it Influencers? It might be There's an Influencers and a Social Media, and I don't, off the top of my head, I don't remember which one has which, but I think Influencers would probably be the better place to post this. Make sure to post a link to the replay of that, so that way people can see what you said about the Sandbox. And if any mods give you trouble, have them ask me about it. Yes, under content creators category. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, so I believe that is it. All right. So now let's take a look. How does this play? And camera gets shoved into the ground there. So if we set it to the avatar view, the camera would be closer to Jet here on the map. But we can see that it tells us the name of the map in the upper left-hand corner. It tells us what our objectives are going to be. So we've got the quest pet problem, rescue Wizzy's pet. It tells us the size of the land, or the size of the game is 1 land, and how many kinds of assets. I believe Wizzy is the epic asset. There's several different rare and a whole bunch of common. And adventure across the Mystic Plains and save Wizzy's cat squirrel. How different are we to Decentraland? So I don't know very much about Decentraland, but from what I gather, from what other people have told me, Decentraland isn't as focused on making games, at least at making games very easy to create. So the Sandbox, back when it was an iOS game starting, like 10 years ago now, something like that, the Sandbox has always been about making your own levels and making your own assets and making games that are very easy to create. So that is really what the Sandbox is about. It's you can share art, you can do oh what our raft just sank. I think something happened to the orientation of the moving object. Is probably going to float back up in a second. There it goes. It became an elevator. It was working before to move across, but I think I think something happened to the motion when I changed versions from 0.1 to 0.2. So yeah, the Sandbox is very much about making your own games and being able to do them quickly and easily. I mean, everything that's in this game, there's granted not a lot going on here yet, but we've done it all on stream. And we don't have a lot going on because I spent too much time talking. I would love to travel each land with different quests and leveling up, or something like getting the ultimate reward after finishing all quests across the metaverse. Well, all quests across the metaverse would be a lot. So it is going to be possible to kind of chain games together. So we actually have the Sandland community, which is our first unofficial Sandbox meta community. The Sandland Discord server is already working out plans to have games that go across multiple landowners, so people will connect their ideas together in a big long chain. So you could have this epic Skyrim, wide sweeping RPG experience going across large areas. And because these are all NFTs and things get stored in your wallet, different sections will be able to give you items which might activate things on another map. So it will be possible to pass data from one game to the next. But we're also giving people the freedom to make their own types of games. So while what we're working on here is very like fantasy quest related, we've got people who are interested in making racing games. We've got Atari involved, and they want to recreate Roller Coaster Tycoon, and Pong and Centipede. So we've got lots of different ideas. So having one quest across the whole, or like one epic quest across the whole thing, is not in the description of what we're trying to do, but you could make an epic sprawling quest with a bunch of people. Clankers had a plot of land in Decentraland a while ago, but sold because you're able to create something. Oh, because to create something would take lots of knowledge. Yeah, so from my understanding, Decentraland does not have really a game maker built into it. It's more, you have to learn your own coding and stuff. I don't know what language Decentraland uses, if it's like Java or Unity or C# or something. Not that Unity is a language. Unity uses C#, but a 16 meter by 16 meter plot for $100 doesn't seem like a great value. Wow, that's a very small. So yeah, Decentraland, I think Decentraland's been around for a little bit longer, so it has a different economy. I think more has happened. I don't think it was always that expensive, was it? So that's a 16 by 16 meter plot, where we've got 96 by 96 meter plots for half that price. Decentraland is ugly. I don't want to say anything bad about Decentraland, because I don't really know that much. I've like looked at it a couple times. I do feel like we cheapest plot is about $400. Adds it to list why Sandbox is better. Yeah, so as one of the lead artists for the Sandbox, I do really like our art style. We put a lot of love into to the look of this game, and we've got cool new stuff coming up that you'll start to see probably at the end of this month. We've got more stuff coming out, so yeah, I think we've got really some of the best voxel artists in the business here. And while we can't do the full scope of what a lot of our artists are like really, really good at, like the renders and magic of voxel and stuff, and it's not exactly what we're going for in here, but I think we still work well together on this stuff, and it's really amazing to see what we all do. So let's get this quest started one of these days. So we talked to Wizzy. Does he not work anymore? Wizzy doesn't work anymore. Okay, so we need to fix Wizzy because we did update from 0.1 to 0.2. We can complete the quest though, I think, without even starting it. Let's see. Will it go? Will it activate? So we haven't activated the quest, and we need to fix some stuff with Wizzy because the quest is not active yet. So we're gonna fix that. But I see more talk in the chat. Have you heard of the Atari console for blockchain? Is the Sandbox included in that project? The Atari console for blockchain? I don't know about that. I know Atari released their own token. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. My stomach's doing some funny things this morning. So I don't know about the console. But I do know that they released their own token. I don't think their token is going to be part of the Sandbox, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that. Thank you, Plankzilla. I don't... well, I did Wizzy here. That sounds wrong. Don't repeat that. Yeah, I made the wizard here. I don't think any of the other assets on this map right now I made personally, but these buildings were made by Tybalt Samar, who's a famous voxel artist. I don't remember his website off the top of my head. It's like voxelart.com or something like that. I don't remember. But if you Google Tybalt Samar, it's Thi, Tybalt. He's a really great artist. I did this. This is by one of our other artists. This is by one of our other artists. So we've got some really great artists involved here. So lots of cool stuff. And if you check out our marketplace, you can see all the awesome things they're working on. Eschant says, I have mostly moved from Decentraland to Sandbox. Well, thank you. Yes, so Wizzy needs his cat. Decentraland and Crypto Voxel's world, no disrespect, just looks a bit clunky. That's why I like the basic transport system TSB will have. Yeah, so this is me. I don't know how old everybody else is. I'm in my early 30s, but I remember VRML worlds, virtual reality modeling language, I think is what VRML stood for, and it's been totally replaced by newer technologies, but it was a way in like the early 2000s to the mid 2000s to like have games kind of like Second Life but in your browser, and it was like that's what the Decentraland and Crypto Voxels reminds me of, is a little more clunky. I mean, there's some really great artwork and like pieces of art, but as far as like level design, you can just kind of like fly through everything, and it's not focused on physics and gameplay as much. Where do you get resources for construction and landscaping? How does this happen? By lots of ways. Thank you, Plankzilla. It's a PC console hybrid. Oh, interesting. The Vision X seems to know about it. Show us how we built the landscape. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. PG friendly Alex. Hey, Cynthia sent. I was trying to be. It was a slip. I think it would be awesome if there would be airships available to rent by Sand, which can travel across metaverse instead of just teleportation. I'm not sure how that would So the difficulty, like that would be a really cool idea. The difficulty is that if somebody builds a level and they have a specific game in mind that they want, if you can just fly over it in an airship and then jump out into their level anywhere, you can really mess up their level design about where you're going to be at specific points. So you can have an airship that would travel across many lands if you have one game area, or if you have a large estate. The biggest we can do in the game maker right now is 4x4, and I'm not going to even try it because it'll crash my stream. But if you do a 4x4 land, you could have an airship travel around the top of it. I mean, we could set that up even in this level. If we set this plank up to just kind of move around, then we could have basically an airship traveling across the map. As far as going into other lands, then the difficulty is that you're going to mess up other people's game designs. You'll be able to play the Sandbox on the VCS if you install Windows on another hard drive, which is definitely possible. Oh, that's cool. William Santa Cruz too, good artist. Maybe he can make you a cat. He's made some cats. So William, for those of you who don't know, William Santa Cruz is a very popular voxel artist on YouTube. He's got tens of thousands of subscribers, I think. And he is actually the reason I discovered voxel art. So I owe everything to William for that. About 3 years ago now, I think, is when I first saw a video. He did a Super Mario Brothers fan art, and I was like, what is this? Like, I knew about voxels. I've been playing Minecraft since alpha. And I kind of knew about voxels as it's in some old first-person shooters, which is very different from what we do now. And so, like, I kind of knew about it, but I didn't, like, understand the scope of what people were doing and what they were rendering. And it was really when I saw the renders, I was like, this is cool. And it's free. Magic of Voxel is free, so I, like, got really into it. And then I got involved with the Sandbox, and now William and I are actually working together on things. So we're both artist leaders in the staff, and we're both involved in a lot of projects. So yeah, William's great. Airships, but also a cable car. What if you don't jump out, just view? Yeah, the difficulty I see is being at the edge of the land. It'll depend on how things load, so we can see that. I said plank. Is plank a bad word? I don't think plank is a bad word. These are planks of wood, right? Maybe in another language. It would be cool to be able to see the whole metaverse from a traveling ship of some sort and just to view rather than jump off anywhere. That would be cool. The size and scope of things and the games involved, I don't know how feasible that is. If you can imagine, like, you know, we've got 166,000 land. Imagine, like, every super complicated Minecraft server, like, end on end, and trying to view that without crashing your computers. There would have to be a lot of level of detail stuff, but we'll see what comes of that. That could be possible. What's the difference between Minecraft and Sandbox? Well, the Sandbox is a game creation platform. So it's Minecraft is a specific game, and you can do a lot of modding in Minecraft. But it's we're making our own games. We're setting our own variables. We're setting our own quests. We're creating our own assets. Somebody asked about that earlier, about asset creation. So we use VoxEdit and the marketplace to do all that stuff. So a bunch of these assets are, well, they need to load because I cleared my cache. It might take a minute for those all to download. So there's a bunch of predefined assets here, but we can make anything we want. So, like the wizard here, I made that live on stream, and we used VoxEdit for that. And I can actually probably close out of my browser here. So yeah, you can get VoxEdit right now. from sandbox.game/create. It's for Windows and Mac OS, and you can design terrain blocks, which are the cubes that we build things out of. You can animate figures. You can check out all the cool assets on our marketplace that people have been making. This was made by Chocolate Box, who's our Korean artist group leader. You can check out the template animations that the assets have. So there's lots of cool stuff up on there already, and then anybody will be able to do it. You can find a cat and drop it in your scene. So there might be some cats on the marketplace right now, and of course I just closed out. Let's see if there's any cats that I can get. So the reason we used a squirrel was because he's a wizard, so he probably like accidentally made the cat into a squirrel, which is kind of the joke. We could actually switch it to a cat. It might not look quite right. There's some stuff that happens when we try to switch assets. I think we could do the replace asset on it. I don't think that would cause any problems. Let's see if there's any cats we can get. We do a cat space ranger. Radiant cat. This one was a contest winner by Chimbastian, which is did I see Chimbastian in the chat earlier? I don't believe so. Chimbastian's been on before, but I don't think I saw him today. And yes, Synth, that's kind of what I meant. A 12 by 12 land or district owners where they're all connected. They could have an air transport system that would work. Why didn't you use the engine platform? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, hi, Chimbastian. You are here. Okay, good. I couldn't remember if I saw you pop in or not. So we're going to add your cat to the inventory, and I don't think dynamic loading is ready yet, but we'll see. Is the cat going to magically appear in the inventory? I don't see it. Just the cattail. Okay. So we're going to save, and we're going to back out, and then we'll go back in, and it'll download the cat. And yes, Ukraine. In the sandbox, everyone has verified ownership, so that's an important part of the whole thing. You lost audio? Hi, Kajmuller. And hello, TAA Gaming. I missed you there earlier. Can you still hear me? I think Fubar means the engine token. I'm not very familiar with the sandbox is really my first foray into cryptocurrency. So I believe creating the sand token was kind of a foundational idea to go with everything. So engine wall or engine blockchain. Oh, is that separate from Ethereum? Like, why did we go with Ethereum instead of engine? You would need to ask Sebastian that on if next time he doesn't ask me anything, because I really don't. I don't know. That decision was made long before I got involved. ERC 1155 standard. Yeah, that would be an ask me anything question for Sebastian, our CEO. Next time he does one of those. It's not something that's under my control at all, and I don't know the decision-making process behind that. Kaj Muller asks, what is that game? What is this game that we're in right now? This is the Sandbox Game Maker, so we're actually making our own game right now. It is in alpha right now, so people who own land in our metaverse can get it right now. Okay, I see Synth having some good answers there, but yes, the Ask Me Anything is a good place to start. So let's look at the rules here. So, okay, we never initiated the Quest 1 to launch. But also, I think Wizzy was supposed to say some things before. So we had 2 of them. And I'm trying to remember, we're actually going to need to wrap things up pretty quickly here because I'm trying not to go. We're going to try to keep these down to an hour instead of an hour and a half, just because we've got a lot of things going on, so I can divide my time up better. But let's see. He detects entity. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Say hi.
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say hi.
All right. Maggie wants to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. All right. Now say bye.
Bye.
All right. So, Plantzilla asks, can you, that's okay, Maggie, just leave the door. She's having a hard time closing the door. Just leave it. It's good. You got it. Okay. Yay, she got it. She was having a hard time latching the door. Hi, BDG Sync. Welcome back. So, what was the question? Where'd it go? Can you add audio files and atmosphere in the Game Maker? There's no atmospheric effects yet. There are some like glowing effects that are related to rarity. You can actually, I don't know why this is down here. It's like a non-selectable asset. It's just hidden. This is the bottom corner of the map. So you can add this to assets with the rarity component. So if we add component rarity, I don't think we have to add anything else to it to do that. We can, whoa. Why'd the avatar switch? Hi, Dojira. You know what? I think I messed it up because, yep, did he disappear entirely? I think Jet is gone. Yeah, Jet's gone. All right, so Jet is destined for bigger and better things, so we can't use him as our avatar anymore. Let's see, let's add, so there's a cat. And let's add another humanoid. About atmosphere, so you can't add atmospheric effects yet, like fog or change the time of day. Those will come later. We will have them, they're just not available at the moment. Audio files, you used to be able to add custom audio files. You can't right now. They seem to have disabled that. So we'll use her. She'll be our explorer. Actually, that might not be a good idea because she's not going to have all the new combat stuff. So we'll let's add in somebody that will be able to do stuff. I think this one should work. This is my version of the Space Hero that we use for a lot of our marketing stuff. So you might see, like, when you open up VoxEdit, there's this guy with this Space Hero with a blaster. He's kind of like a Star-Lord kind of character. So you used to be able to add sound effects, custom sound effects. If we add a sound component, play sound component, and you can see you've got the different, like, attack, hit, dodge, jump, death, land, run, take damage, and then you got some song things. We're not going to use these right now because it can be a little glitchy sometimes, and some really loud static. It's kind of painful to hear. So there's different... I used to be able to just drop wave files into the folder and they would show up. They don't do that anymore. I think they have to come from the marketplace now. So I'm guessing that sound will become a component of the marketplace, or you will be able to add in custom sounds at some point. So we will be able to do that. It's just not a feature that we have at the moment. The Sandbox game, do you play that? Do I play what? I think I missed part of that question. this is the Sandbox. So this is the Sandbox game maker. It's part of the whole Sandbox experience. If you're talking about the older Sandbox games, this is the same company that made them. It might, if you're on like Twitch or YouTube, it might show up as the older Sandbox game because it's recognizing that name title. This game is not released yet, so it doesn't really show up on YouTube and Twitch as an option to select for the game that we're playing. Is it correct that Minecraft is separated by servers while Sandbox simultaneously running games across metaverse like a world map? It's I'm not sure exactly how the scaling of servers will work, but you will be able to do multiple instances of a game running. So you could build a battle royale game. You could build Fortnite or PUBG in the game maker, and you'll have 64 players in a match. And then if more people want to play the game, they can lobby up and another instance will start of that. And you will have 2 or 3 or 4 simultaneously running matches of that game with all those players, 64 players per match. So that means that those instances are going to be running asynchronously from each other. They're going to have their own start and end points, but they'll still be connected to the metaverse, so people will be able to enter the games from the tangent areas or from a portal. So it's not like Minecraft where you've got some sort of farming system running and it's going to connect up to the other side of the universe. Although that doesn't even work in Minecraft because it runs on chunks. So when you don't have anything, unless they changed this, it used to be that if you had a system running and then there was no player in that chunk, that system could break. Like it would pause. So if you had some sort of like redstone circuit running, because you could set up a redstone where it was on a repeat loop as like a perpetual motion machine. But if you walked far enough away from it, it would stop working. Cynthia talks about audio files, GameMaker files, and manually adding it. Yeah, so I do still have wave files in I have wave files in here. Nature, I added this one. This is a wave file that I downloaded from a package that I got, and it doesn't show up in the GameMaker anymore. It did before, so I think just that ability was disabled for now. Dojira has some pretty cool abilities. He's got nice new attacks. He's got a roll. He's got some pretty cool stuff going on. Meow, Plantzilla is eager for the cat. So this is the cat. This is a very wizard-like cat, isn't it? If anybody was to have a cat like this, it would definitely be a wizard. Yes, you can set music to play when you enter the game. That's under the rules here. So I could set this up now. I'm just not doing it because it can be glitchy. So like relaxing music is a nice one to put there, but the problem that I've had is that sometimes that music is super staticky for some reason, and it's a glitch in the game maker right now. So they're working on fixing that, but it'll play the sound and then all of a sudden you hear and it's like really loud. So I try not to do it right now until I'm sure that it's stable and working, because I don't want anybody to go deaf. Space Hero fully upgraded with a great game story. Yeah, so I guess Space Hero comes from our Solar City up here. This is where Space Hero comes from. He descended down upon this medieval world. I'll roll with that. Yeah, definitely check out 0.2 as soon as you can. It's a lot of fun. Can games be sold in the marketplace as well? So I don't know if you'll be able to sell games in the marketplace, but you can monetize games if you publish them to land. So you could sell access to your land. There's lots of different ways you can monetize. So you could do pay per play. You could do pay once and play forever. You could do chapters. You could do microtransactions. You could do arcade token systems. You could do just shops where you can buy like the, hey, I beat this game, you know, as like a prize at the end. Can you make a very small world in the same 196 by 196 square to maximize your land? So follow an ant or spider around, for example, or is it all set to one scale? So you can do much smaller stuff. So if we set this as the avatar, I don't think we're going to have time to finish the quest today. We'll have to work on that next time. We set this as the avatar, and let's set the camera really super low. 0.2. This might actually be too low for the camera, but we'll see. Let's play. So you can see that we're down closer to the ground. We could go even smaller. What's the smallest item that I have? This one's pretty tiny. Let's be a key. Keys are tiny. So obviously this isn't an animated character, but we can set it as the avatar anyway. And we're going to edit the logic, and we're going to set the cam distance to 1 and the cam altitude to 0.2. And we're going to set the run speed and sprint speed way down and play. So you can see that it would take a lot longer to get across the land like this. I feel like that camera's too far away. So if we were a regular avatar, we would have been across to the other side of the land by now. So you could do this all from the size of an ant. Now, one voxel will always be 1/32 of a meter. So our blocks, if you look at them very closely, they're 32 meters, not 32 meters, they're 32 voxels across from here to here is 32 voxels. So that scale is set. So if you did an ant, it would be like the size of the bottom of this key. They'd be like, 2 voxels and 1 voxel for a head. You could do it. And you could make like an ant-sized version of the game. You can also go giant. So who's the biggest? Where's the dragon? What happened to the bone dragon? There was I guess it got moved, maybe along with the jet. Will be a boulder. And we'll move it up. And we'll be an avatar. I wonder if this will let me roll. So if you set something to, no, it doesn't work that way. So my, the base of this object is in the middle. So that actually doesn't work that well, but we could be a train. I'm pretty sure the train is set for legendary speed. Let's see. It does have speed up. So, choo-choo. Obviously, we would want to like increase the speed on something like this a little bit higher. But you can do it. You can make something really huge. Actually, if we change the rules and we disable asset rarities, I think we can override the speed and go a lot faster. There we go. It's a little bit faster. And I've done stuff like actually the very first game I made, you played as a skyscraper. So that wasn't the ultimate version of it, but that's how it started. And you would want to move the camera way out. Cam distance like 50, maybe like 30. Yeah, I need the cam distance out further and set the camera lower. So we'll do that at 50 and we'll do that at 5. Oh, still too close. You have to set it way out. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. I might be hitting a limit that wasn't there before. You used to be able to set the camera way, way out. So you could basically do like Godzilla stampeding around. So that was not super successful, but you can do fun stuff with the scale. Binod, I don't know what that means. Can you do flocking? Can a cat follow a squirrel? Yes. So that is what we've got these behaviors for. So we've got ground predator and ground prey, as well as fighters, citizens, farmers, and enemies. So they interact with each other automatically. So they've got settings like hunger, health, damage, and they will chase each other around. Oh, I should have done the spider. Spider would have been a good one. Are you talking about the big spider? we do have a big spider. I would love to see a giant from that perspective. R.I.P. Dragon Lich. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the Dragon Lich is moving to the store. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know that for sure. You can move voxels diagonally. If you're talking about like this, yes, because we can rig them for animation. So this isn't just one object. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then however many are in the leaves. Separate voxel objects that are all rigged together on a skeleton, and they're bent. Is it possible for the cat to transform into a giant saber tooth? Yeah, it's possible. I'm not sure if the feature's there right now because I haven't tried using it. I believe there is, there's replace asset. So I don't know if it'll work exactly the way that we would want it to, but you can have assets swapped for other ones and have them do different messages and components and tags and physics and stuff. So I haven't had a lot of time to play with it, but what we will try to do next Saturday, because we're out of time here, we're actually we're 15 minutes over, we will try to have the squirrel get brought back to Wizzy and transform into the cat. So we will try to make that part of the quest. Can you put an asset inside another? Can the cat sit inside the train? Yes, so you can totally ignore collision. You can you can't place it there, like you can't click on it, but you can move it there. So you can have the cat in there. Now right now assets do not the asset AI does not calculate collision with objects. So right now, objects will walk through other objects. Only the NPC and physics-based objects will bump into each other. So if you just set something to have regular collision, like if we set Wizzy as a walking NPC, he would just walk straight through the walls of these. So even though the player can't do that. So what you would do in this case is you wouldn't give any motion AI to the cat, you would just leave it as no behavior or give it very specific instructions, and then you could use the hierarchy to make the cat a child of the train, and then when the train moves, the cat would move with it. Plankzilla, sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the sorry I forgot is about. I missed the other comment. I hope this product is easy to use. Well, I find it pretty easy to use. I mean, I spend a lot of time in it. But I do make tutorials for this program. So if you check out my channel, actually, the tutorials aren't on my channel right now. They're on the official Sandbox channel. So if you go to YouTube and search the Sandbox game, or if you just go, I think, to youtube.com/the Sandbox game, I believe is the channel name. There are several tutorials for the Game Maker already. There's going to be a bunch more coming out this month for 0.2 because there's a lot of new features. So the goal is to make this pretty easy to use. It's very easy to construct. You just click and play stuff. As far as setting the behaviors, things get more complicated. You have to figure out how you want logic to work out and stuff, but there's no coding involved. So, you can read what something does and it'll make sense. I'm not a coder at all, but I've been able to put together a whole bunch of games in this. So it's pretty easy. Yes, the Vision X, very right. When you're not live streaming, trying to interact at the same time, Game Maker is very easy to use. Yes, we got nothing done today because I've been talking the whole time. It's very useful. When I was a student with 3D Max, it was very hard to create an item like this. Yeah, so using voxels is much simpler and faster for modeling certain kinds of things. I mean, there's some things that are easier to model with regular 3D software, but voxels definitely they make it very easy to make objects, and VoxEdit tries to make it pretty easy to animate them. There's new animation features coming out for VoxEdit soon, so keep an eye out for that. Welcome back, Ukraine. Is it possible to ride a train with your character? So same way that I mentioned that the cat can be attached to it, you can make the character, well, you can make the character just stand on things. So this is a moving platform. Right now it moves the wrong direction. It goes down instead of left and right, which is weird because that is the Z. There's something funny about the way it moves down instead of, maybe it's a local. Oh, did I click on local coordinates? Maybe that's why it moved down. I'm curious now. Does that fix it? Is it gonna go? Are you gonna go? You gonna do it? I think I broke it. I don't know why it's not moving now. Oh, this is the wrong Dojira. He doesn't have the roll animation. Well, we'll have to figure that one out later. But yeah, you can, when there's moving platforms, you can stand on them, or you could do something like what I described with the cat. You can make something a child object of it, and that way when it moves, the other thing will move. The Vision X shared something on YouTube. Oh, the tutorial playlist. Thank you. I think both Cynthia and the Vision X sent the tutorial playlist. Thank you, both of you. Do I have to re-enter the tag to participate in the giveaway? No, you do not. Once you're in there, as long as you see your name up on the screen, you are all set. I believe you can leave the stream and come back, or not come back at all. You could still win. Craze is getting bored. Is the gizmo only transform, or does it scale and rotate too? It can. There's a rotate also. There's no scaling at all. So we can rotate, we can move, but there is no scale. We want to keep everything the same scale, so everything has the same level of detail on different objects. We did have scaling before, and things just didn't look right with scaling, so we decided to remove scaling entirely. Can we put conditions that if a player goes to the water, they'll drown? Yes. Not yet. Not that specifically. You can do damage, so you could do very slow damage that would hurt the player. They'll show a knockback, so it won't really look like drowning. It'll look like they're in acid water or something like that. Also, like putting monsters on there and been killed, can we put condition for them to respawn? Yes. There's a lot more features for asset spawners now. So it was possible to have creatures spawn before, but now we can fine tune a lot of details. Can you snap one object to another? You can snap to the grid. There's no snapping to the surface of an object right now. Hi, oh, this shiny. Welcome. We're just wrapping up here. And set an object's pivot point at any point on the object. So the object's pivot point is set in VoxEdit. So the design software to make this stuff, the pivot point is declared by the object itself. So if you wanted to modify the pivot point of an object for whatever reason, if you want it to turn on a specific point, you could do that. You could use a small item like a key. You can make it invisible. And then you can make, there it is. I couldn't see it. It was too tiny. If you make this in the hierarchy, if you make it a child object of the key, then you would have to just control it by the key to set up the behaviors and motions that you want out of the object, and then it'll pivot around that key. Well, oh, this shiny, I'm still answering some questions, so go ahead and ask your question if you have one. If I'm not able to answer it here, you can take it to our Discord forums, to the forum or to Discord, and there's people there who can help with support. Yes, the Vision X, thank you for sharing the VoxEdit link. Every time you import a .vox into VoxEdit, it crashes. So there are a couple rules for .vox. In the animator via library import. Yes. So that is broken right now. I'm very sorry about that. In the latest update, that feature did get broken. So if you open a .vox with the modeler mode, it will work correctly. It's okay. It's not your fault that it's broken. It's not a bad question. It's a good question. So it's important to know this. So that's why I'm taking the time to answer it. So yes, that's right, Cynthia Sent. You can always go to Discord and the mods and ambassadors, and me too. I'm there also. I'm a mod and an ambassador, so I guess I count that. Cynthia Sent and Vision are like right on top of each other with answering the same questions. So you guys are being big help. Thank you. So yes, the thing with VoxEdit, we're not going to save all these garbage changes I just made. The thing with VoxEdit is that it, in the July update, somehow the bulk importer got broken. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it did. And it's been reported, so it should be getting fixed in the next version, I hope. So if you're in the animator and you open up an animation and you try to import from the library here, import Vox, it will crash the program. Oh, you should be able to see them on screen if you can't see the other chats. So this is being done through Restream, so it's multiple channels through Twitch and Periscope and YouTube and Facebook. So you should be able to see everybody on the right here above me, above my webcam. You can see the chat there to see what they're saying. You won't, if they share a link, you won't be able to click it through there. But yeah, on YouTube you'll only see the chat on the side. So yeah, I can tell from I can see all of you. Ha ha ha. I've got my tool here and I can see where you're talking to me from. Yeah, the import from Vox here will crash the program for now. It should hopefully be fixed in the next version. If you're in the modeler though, and you click open file and you go to open a Vox file this way, it should import correctly. There's a couple other There's a couple other nuances to... Will this open on YouTube? It will. Good. There's a couple other nuances, and I'm going to share a video link with you. So if the Vox file needs to come from Magica Voxel. If you try to import it, oh, hi Shiny. That's okay. If you try to import from Cubicle, it's not going to work either. It'll crash also. It's on my channel. Yeah, Clankers. Hey, if we get 100 viewers, I'll do longer streams. We're getting a lot of new viewers, which is great, and I love it, and I hope they stick around. We're getting a lot of new viewers who haven't seen these questions before, which is why I like to answer them. So I did this video a while ago. Most of the information in this is still true. It is older. VoxEdit was back in alpha, so it looks very different. I can exit VoxEdit actually. So I talk about, in this video, I talk about how to convert files from objects into Magica Voxel and then put them into VoxEdit. I talk about exporting from VoxEdit to Unity and dealing with texture issues. And I talk about the proper formatting needed to import stuff from Magica Voxel to VoxEdit. And you do have to use Magica Voxel as a go-between between Cubicle and VoxEdit. So there's a lot of good tidbits in here. So I'm going to share that link in the chat. You can check that out, Shiny, to get some more info. Now, if you want to bulk import, if you have a whole bunch of objects you want to put in the animator, you're going to need to use an older version of VoxEdit. I would suggest asking in the Discord if somebody has a copy. I do have a copy. I think I shared it into VoxEdit and I may have pinned it. If you check out our Discord, go to the support chat and I'll share a download link in the VoxEdit support channel. So go check that out. If somebody has a Discord invite they can share in the chat, that would be great. Looking at you, CynthyCent, and the Vision X. So yes, we did have a lot of latecomers. So yes, you can go to CynthyCent got it. Yes. So I'm going to stop the giveaway now. And the winner was BDJ Sync. Congratulations. I don't know. I seem to remember you were having issues with the chat before. Maybe that was Clankers. I don't remember who was having issues with the chat, but congratulations, BDJ Sync. I will message you to get your Ether wallet and send that over to you. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. When you bring your model into the Game Maker, how do you attach it to your land? So I don't have the Game Maker open anymore. If you check out the Sandbox channel, which was linked up above, let me see if I can find it. Where was it? Wow, you guys are so talkative today. Tutorial playlist. CynthyCent, was this the tutorial playlist for the Game Maker? The link tree will be helpful. Sorry. We're gonna block you. So Plankzilla. If you press the L key in the Game Maker, it brings up your library, and then you can pick whatever asset you want and just click on the land. So if you check out this playlist, yeah, this playlist, I believe I talk about that in the third video, how to place assets, right there. It's in the title. So I would suggest watching all of these if you're interested in using the Game Maker, because I go through everything. This first one is mostly about setting up your account and getting it installed and stuff, but they're all really short. The longest one is 3 minutes and 10 seconds, so you can get through all of these in like 15 minutes with no problem. And there goes my voice. So congratulations, BDJ Sync. We need 2 of you, Alex, when to create and when to answer questions. You know, that would be helpful. I mean, if somebody wanted to if somebody wanted to get in on the Discord, it was nice knowing you. If somebody wanted to get in a Discord call and help answer questions live with me, that would be great. Keep an eye on the chat, because it is a lot to like read and try to like do stuff at the same time, going back and forth. I do appreciate you answering in the chat, because it's also possible that I'll miss a question. But I do like trying to answer it out loud, because not everybody always notices in the chat. And it's helpful for people who are just listening, I think. So yeah, check out the Game Maker tutorials. They'll give you most of the information you need. And oh wow, I didn't realize that, Vision X. Yeah, hit me up about joining in on a voice call. I don't know if my computer will be able to handle it, but we can give it a try for next time. And oh, that's not true. BDJ Sync is here every week, so BDJ Sync is a big fan. We like BDJ Sync. So anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. And oh yeah, that's right. So I'll follow up with you, Vision X. And thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and stay safe, stay healthy as always. And I'll see you either Wednesday or